analysts at Ellamediate believe that the adoption of proptech in Nigeria's real estate industry can address the disruptions in the industry. James Clinton, head of strategy at the company, joins me to discuss this. James, thank you for taking the time out to join us. Pleasure to have you on the show. Talk to us about proptech. I mean, you say that your company or proptech addresses a number of issues in the industry: liquidity, entry and exit barriers, etc. Talk to us about how proptech itself is disrupting the real estate market.
Okay, thank you for having me. Good afternoon. PropTech simply is using technology to disrupt the way we buy, sell, rent, design, construct, manage, and make decisions on properties generally all over the world. The real estate industry has taken a change. Technology has come in and they've changed the way people invest, the way people design, the way people buy and sell. Ellamediate, as it is, has come to offer one of such disruption, which is bringing blockchain technology and smart contracts to allow for fractional ownership of real estate across the globe. So it's not just the ability to buy real estate in Nigeria, or you can buy anywhere you want. So as it is today, the illiquidity of the real estate industry has gone. It's now liquid and it's fractional.
Well, I suppose, I mean, we're talking about the real estate sector in Nigeria. You talked about blockchain. Give us a typical scenario of a transaction that would, how this technology is deployed.
Okay, so what happens here is that you have an asset. Okay, let's start from here. Real estate as it is today in Nigeria, the 1% of the population own 90% of the real estate in Nigeria. 10% of our population own 100% of real estate. So 90% of Nigerians own zero real estate. With blockchain technology, you're able to fractionalize that asset and make real estate available to a larger segment of the population. So it means that if I have a property in Ikoyi, using blockchain technology, we can fractionalize it, and the bricklayer has 50,000 naira, can own part of that real estate and can get rent from that real estate with title.
I'm not sure I understand this model. Could you break it down further? When you say a bricklayer can afford or can have a piece of that pie, exactly how?
Okay,
because obviously this speaks to affordability.
Let me break it down further. So you take the assets and you fractionalize it. That means you break it into tokens. You break it into pieces. Have you heard of the concept of fractional ownership of country homes, of holiday homes?
Yes.
Timeshare, that's what they call it.
Okay.
Now, timeshare is the fractional usage of an asset. Tokenization, bringing in blockchain technology, allows you to fractionalize the ownership of an asset. So it's like you take a property and you break it into 3,000 lots, 5,000 lots, and make each lot $100 or 50,000 naira. So whoever has 50,000 naira can come in and own a piece of that asset.
Even if it's even in prime areas like the highbrow areas in Lagos. That's where my point is. That's where I was driving at.
Even in prime areas, even in the UK, even in the US, even in Dubai.
Okay, let's move this along. Now, what are the current trends driving the disruption of, we talked other aspects like virtual reality. I'm taking this from the note that you sent to us, virtual reality, sharing economy, COVID-19. Talk to us about how these other elements are impacting the industry.
Okay, basically, the shared economy where we're in today is the same thing that allows fractionalization to work. There's been, the millennials usually don't like to own. They like to share. So as it is, they want to come into an asset and leave that asset. So PropTech, the various permutations that the various companies are offering, allows for you to enter a real estate transaction as little as 50,000 naira, $100. And when you get tired of that asset, because it is tokenized, you can offer it on an exchange, have title transferred to the next willing buyer, and exit the transaction. No transfer fees, no agents. Basically, what technology brings to every industry, it breaks out the various players and just allows for peer-to-peer transactions.
Well, that's quite interesting, and
All
obviously,
sorry?
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
All of this, we know that COVID has taken our entire lives online. So now that guy can go online, see the property, buy. When he gets tired of it, he can also put it back on that platform and sell. With virtual reality, you're able to use drones, 3D cameras, and other VR cameras to take a real life view of that asset, such that on his laptop, he can actually see that property without doing what the typical real estate agent will say, inspection. So he can get a satellite view, he can get a physical view, and he can get an internal view of that asset without leaving his house. All of this is what the proptech players are offering the consumers.